Hello students, today we are going to talk about what is molecule. In our previous video we have talked about the atom. So after atom now we are going to talk about molecule. So basically a molecule is in a general a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together, that is tightly held together by attractive forces. So basically molecule is the combination of two or more than two atoms which are chemically bonded to each other and tightly held with the attractive forces. So a molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of an element or a compound that is capable of an independent existence and show all the properties of that substance, right? So basically molecule can be considered as the smallest particle of any compound, right? Any compound having a smallest particle is molecule, and molecule having a smallest particle is element, right? Okay. So generally molecule have the independent existence, like we can take the example of nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, hydrogen molecule, right? Like that way. Atoms of the same element or of different element can join together to form molecules. So here you can take the example that atoms of the same element or a different element. So if you are going to take the example of same element, then nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, these are the molecules in which there are two similar atoms bonded together to make a molecule, right? Exactly same way atoms of a different element, like we can have the examples is CO2. So here you can say the different elements will be joined together to form a molecules, right? So atoms of the same element or of the different elements can join together to form a molecule. Now let's talk about molecules of elements. So the molecules of an element are constituted by the same type of atoms. Molecules of many elements such as argon, helium, etc. are made up of only one atom of that element, right? So argon, helium can be considered as the molecule, but it is made up of the one atom. But this is not the case with most of the non-metals. For example, molecule of oxygen having two atoms, right? We have taken the example that it is considered as the diatomic molecule because there are two molecules of the same element, that is the oxygen. So it is known as the diatomic molecule. If three atoms of the oxygen unite into a molecule, instead of the two, we get ozone, that is O3. Then the number of the atoms constituting a molecule is known as its atomicity, right? So the number of atoms constituting a molecule, it means a molecule having how many number of atoms, that can be considered as its atomicity. So the atomicity of oxygen molecule is 2. Atomicity of ozone is 3. Like that way we can calculate the atomicity of any given molecule. Metals and some other elements such as carbon do not have a simple structure but consist of a very large and indefinite number of atoms bonded together. So we can have the examples we can go through is non-metals, in which we can take the example of argon. So argon having individual existence, so it is a monoatomic. Helium is also monoatomic. So here we can write symbol like this way: argon monoatomic, helium is also monoatomic, O2 is a diatomic, H2 hydrogen is also diatomic, nitrogen is also diatomic, chlorine is also diatomic, and phosphorus, right? Phosphorus, sulfur. So phosphorus can be tetraatomic and sulfur can be polyatomic, right? Tetraatomic means P4, right? And sulfur, it may be polyatomic. It means more than 3 atoms can be there. So as per the number of atom, we can on the basis of its atomicity, we can have its name: mono, di, tri, tetra and poly, right? Now next let's going to talk about the molecules of compounds. So atoms of different element join together in definite proportion to form molecules of a compound. So if you are going to take the molecules of compound example, then we can have the example of water, H2O. So in this you can see two different elements joined together, that is one is of hydrogen, one is of oxygen, but in a definite proportion. So you can see in a definite proportion here the proportion of oxygen is 2 and proportion of hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1, right? And if we are going to consider its definite proportion on the basis of its atomic mass, then it would be 2 and 8, right? Like this, because the atomic mass atomic number of hydrogen is 1, so its atomic mass become 2, and atomic number of oxygen is 8, so its atomic mass become 16, right? So like this way we can have the definite proportion in case of the molecules of compound. So here we have given the table of it. So we can go through it. Water having hydrogen and oxygen, ratio by mass is 1:8. Exactly same way ammonia, that having a nitrogen and hydrogen having 14:3. So it would like this way, having ammonia having a formula is NH3, right? Atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 and with one nitrogen there will be 3 hydrogen, so it would be 14⁻³ and carbon dioxide. In case of carbon dioxide it would be 3⁸ because the formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. Okay, so this will be the ratio by mass. So how this ratio can be taken out? So for that we have given one activity. So here we have given the activity in which we are going to take the two elements, one is of hydrogen and one is of oxygen we are going to take. So ratio by mass, oxygen having a atomic number 1 while hydrogen having atomic number 1 while oxygen having atomic number 8. So as per the atomic number, its mass, hydrogen having mass is 1 and oxygen having atomic mass is 16. So its ratio could be taken out like this way, that ratio by mass should be divided by atomic mass. So 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1, and here 8 divided by 16 is equal to 1/2, right? So its simplest ratio will become 2 and 1, right? You need to take out its simplest ratio, it will become 2 and 1. So thus the ratio by number of atoms for water is 2:1, right? So like this way we can have the ratio of the number of atom in any molecules, right? In any molecules of compound.